So right now you both have died. The 7 is pretty far in his reset. Obviously you can't see this, but you know he died like a few seconds after you. What we want to be doing when we get to this wave is just hitting the minions as they're flashing and last hit, and that way they will start damaging this wave, and then when his next wave comes here, the waves will meet around like the bottom of stairs, and his wave will push into you, which means before he even gets to lane, he will lose probably 1, maybe 2 minions, and you just get a big advantage. By pushing this wave immediately into him, you are basically giving him those 2 minions, which you could be freezing. Hey, I'm Midnight. I offer free Deadlock coaching. If you want free coaching, all you have to do is join the Discord, link in the description, go to the match ID channel, comment the match ID of a ranked game along with the character you played and your rank, and then enter one of the daily raffles to be featured in the next day's video. Today we are reviewing an Infernus 7 solo lane. This Infernus said he just felt like he was having top deaths on his team a lot, and he felt like he had a lot to improve upon. I love how aggressive we are on the first wave. This is great to see. Also, my apologies on the VOD looking slightly glitched. This is a great punish. That sucks. I wouldn't expect that melee to connect either. It sucks the minion died, but we do a great job getting our ignite on him. I love how much we're poking. He is this, I mean, this immediately identify the fact that the 7s loves to over melee, so we should just be looking for parries as much as we can. I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of kills on him in lane just by parrying his way over eagerness to melee. We don't know where he is. He's probably behind us farming that. I love how much we're last hitting with melees. This is good. Unfortunate we give that deny. We could, if we really want, we can try to use stairs to conserve more ammo while we're sliding, since you have infinite ammo while you're sliding. I like that we're looking for denies. We're punishing him. Yep, this is great. We're punishing him when we have a little wave prio. We are a little low on health and we haven't bought. Okay, so he's, yeah, we know he loves to melee. He's backing off. I mean, this is great. We're playing a great lane so far as Infernus. The one thing I would say is I like that we punished when we had a couple minion advantage, but we also could / should be grabbing shop before we do that little punish. Just because we could be doing a lot more, especially if we had Enduring Spirit. We could have like an extra 100, 200 HP, but we get the kill in a second, right? Oh, we just barely missed the ignites. We're chasing a little deep here. Oh, he could have meleeed us there, but he thought we were coming the other way. So yeah, this guy just loves to melee. I think we can farm him if we're paying attention to how much he's meleeing. Fortunate we're getting denied. We could position, yeah, a little closer just so we have a better advantage in the soul orb contesting. We should be buying after this wave. I know we want to look for denies because he's low, but I think we should really just be focusing on buying because we're sitting on over 1,000 souls at this point. We're going back to buying now. This is good. It's just I think if 7 at this elo, I would expect the 7 knows how to freeze. So if he freezes, I believe we miss a minion, maybe 2. We are in Infernus. I will say we aren't using like we aren't sliding a lot for an Infernus. Obviously, Infernus has a pretty small mag with his fire rate, so I think we should just. Is an unfortunate gank. Yeah. Did we die to this? Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sucks our team didn't really call me he was there, and we couldn't really have seen him. We get him though because he's an idiot and he runs into our tower, so that's great. But what I was gonna say is, as an Infernus, we should really be trying to stick to stairs and just trying to slide as much as possible to generate that extra ammo to just let us farm more easily and get more damage, or even roll sliding while we're chasing. We should just, as Infernus, we should always have it in our mind that our character just loves to slide. This is bad. So okay. I want to rewind. We're gonna talk about freezing. You are Ascendant 5. You are at an elo where you should understand freezing. So right now you both have died. The 7 is pretty far in his reset. Obviously you can't see this, but you know he died like a few seconds after you. What we want to be doing when we get to this wave is just hitting the minions as they're flashing and last hit, and that way they will start damaging this wave, and then when his next wave comes here, the waves will meet around like the bottom of stairs, and his wave will push into you, which means before he even gets to lane, he will lose probably 1, maybe 2 minions, and you just get a big advantage. By pushing this wave immediately into him, you are basically giving him those 2 minions, which you could be freezing. I don't have a video on freezing, so to give a quick rundown of freezing, basically all you do is last hit the minions, and then that's it. You try to get your minions to meet at the stairs, and then all you do is last hit them. The only time you wouldn't last hit them is if his wave starts to get really big, like it's 6, 7 minions, and they start killing your minions really fast, then you might want to thin it out a little, but basically you just want like 4 to 5 minions in his wave consistently, so your wave always dies, and all you're doing is last hitting, and because it's called freezing because the wave will just stick here and never move past here. Sorry if that's a little bit of a bad explanation, but that's the best terms I can put it into. It's if you start doing it, you will understand it better. Basically, you just kind of let a wave stop. You can also do this when you're very behind or when you're in a really bad matchup. So you can basically farm under your tower, and then if they roam, they're going to miss all these minions. If they do camps, they're going to miss all these minions. Or, especially against a 7 who loves to farm, if he starts roaming and farming a lot, we should just be holding a freeze and making him miss a ton. Again, sorry if that explanation is a little poor, but we should, at the very minimum, when we both die. Yeah, we're doing it now. No, we're not. At the very minimum, when we both die, we should just be lasted. We might have only stopped him from killing one minion, or we might have only denied him the souls of one minion, but it still would have been good, as, you know, denying one minion is pretty solid. I like that we're going for the melees here. We're doing a lot. I don't know why he's choosing to fight us here. I mean, that was well played on your part. This trade should probably be a little neutral, or go a little bit in your favor. He makes a pretty bad misplay by overstaying, so this is good. I like that we're stealing his boxes. This is great. We could be rolling into tower and parrying here. Although, I guess we don't really want to because we wanted to thin our wave, so I like this. I like that we're not parrying tower. I don't know if you're doing this intentionally, but if you're choosing to not parry it so it will do the most damage to your wave possible, that is great. I'm not 100% sure if we're making that choice or if we just happen to be not parrying, but if that is the choice we're making, I love this. We have ult advantage on him, so we can play pretty aggressive. I believe this is recorded on the previous patch, just judging by how all the minions are kind of T-posing. So I don't think Guardian aggro will switch to us if we are shooting B7 under Guardian, so we should really be just trying to get as much pressure on him as we can while we have ult and he doesn't. We know he's going to parry, yeah, or sorry, we know he's going to melee, that's a great parry. We go for the double melee, that's perfectly played. Like I predicted, we are just punishing the 7 for way over meleeing. We could be parrying tower there. I mean, we don't have a wave, so I don't mind that you don't. But I mean, I don't know. Could have saved us a little HP, but it's nothing too major, and it's kind of subjective to say to parry there. We're backing off. Honestly, with our ult, I think, yeah, I was going to say, I think there's, oh, it's unfortunate he gets the melee on us. He goes for a really dumb parry. Overall, I think this fight is fine. We overstayed a little bit knowing he has boost, but also with our ult, we would have won that fight if he didn't hit that weird melee, so as long as we knew, again, this is the type of thing where I can't really know what's going on in your head, but if you're making the thought process of like, I know he has boost, but with my ult I can beat him in a 1v1, then it's great. If we are just making the decision to stay and not thinking about boost, we should be conscious that he has boost. Yeah, we're doing a great job farming. I mean, we're in Infernus, so I expect to see a lot of farming. I like that we're shoving in wave and then leaving. 7's wave, I don't think you should go for this minion. Yeah, we stopped going for it. Nice. Because for one, it's good to leave it alive so that you're denying the enemies more farm. And then for 2, it's just good to like get back to this wave really quickly because he is shoving it under your tower. So that's good. I like that we gave up on the minion. We could have noticed a little sooner, but I do like that we didn't overcommit to killing the minion. Touching on your build, I like, well, lifesteal, but I don't know how long range feels on Infernus. I don't think it's the worst thing. But I don't think you should be rushing it this hard. I would say first we should be grabbing something like, I don't know, soul shredding bullets, even bullet lifesteal if you really want that, just turbo sustain. Because we should be punishing him for missing that melee, but it's fine. We kind of backed off. I don't think the second the second he parries there like an idiot, I shouldn't say like an idiot, but the second he misses his parry there, we should be like trying to just stick on top of him and get those extra melees. I like that we're like hiding, trying to like jump him when he goes for this wave. This is good. Although, I mean, I don't know if we could have killed him with how far back wave is, but I like the idea. I like the thought process. We should be backing off now. I mean, we kind of want to deny him this, but we're pretty aggressively postured. I guess no one's really rotating on us, but there's... Oh, no, never mind. Everyone's on map. Okay, now lashes. Nope, never mind lashes. Yeah, no, you're not getting punished for this at all. I don't think we should be allowed to do this, and I don't think it's good that you are here. I think we should be going and stealing. Like, if we see all of them on map, we could even steal some of their farm. I believe these are rooftop camps. My apologies. These are not rooftop camps. This is played on a previous patch. But we can be grabbing these camps, or we could just be walking out and doing our own farm, trying to get another lane. This middle lane was pushed in pretty aggressively. So I would say, like, right here, we're just kind of autopiloting down our lane when it's not that good. I also would like to point out while we are at this walker, like for one, it's again the dangers I've talked about, but it is 9:52 in the game. At this elo, Ascendant 5, we should be on a bridge buff. We should be at least moving towards a bridge buff, arguably on this bridge buff, ready for it to spawn. Especially when we have this big of advantage in our wave, we really need to be thinking about bridge buffs and getting their value. Because right now I think we're going to die. We are postured way over aggressively. Wraith comes, yep. So this was just, we really autopiloted down our lane and we got punished for it. How are they not killing you? What the fuck? I guess... That's insane you kill one of them. I guess that's just bullet life still saving you. Well played on your part. I honestly don't know how they let you live there, but well played. But we weren't really paying attention to map and we were posturing I guess we were paying attention to map. We just were posturing way too aggressively on their walker at like, 10 minutes in when we really should be around a bridge buff or trying to help get another. I guess we already have our flex, so we should be even like trying to run Urn, trying to get their farm, steal their farm, trying to do some farm. As Infernus, we really shouldn't be like just kind of sitting at their walker trying to siege it 10 minutes into the game. Yeah, I like taking these 2-3s. It's early. They're not that early, but I like that we're stealing them from them. This is good. I mean, we are missing. I'm like actively watching minimap as we are missing minions. I would say we should have caught this wave first and then did this. Yeah, now 7 is here to grab the wave 2. I don't think he noticed the tier 3s, but a good player would notice you on tier 3s and try to call a teammate over to kill you and steal them from you. So we should really be trying to push wave first before we do those tier 3s, and not doing them when wave is in a pretty neutral spot. Yeah, we're catching this guy out. He's aggressively positioned. This is kind of the same thing. I mean, obviously he's way safer, but he did overposition. We punished him for it. I would just be cognizant of this is like exactly what happened to you when your last death. So just think about what was going through your head when you killed the 7s, like what you were thinking about him mispositioning like that and your teammate being there, and just think about how the enemy is thinking in that exact same way when they see you on their walker, if that makes sense. That just, I think, is a great way to make yourself better at the game, is just to put yourself in the minds of the enemy. We're playing this fight well. I mean, I don't think there's too much to critique. It's a pretty advantaged fight. We have 2 dead. We should, I mean, this isn't on you, but we should be calling for Urn or thinking about Urn. This team loves to melee. Did she kill you with a melee too? No, that was an essence bomb. You wouldn't have died that fast. Anything else? Yeah. So, I mean, that's fine. At Arielo, we maybe should be ready to parry on their first melee, but it's fine. We only have, you said you have 125 hours in the game, so I would say like that comes with more time. It's just like kind of insta parrying every melee. Okay, my apologies, we are back. My game crashed and it couldn't find the replay for a second, and I thought I was going to have to cut the video here. I like that we're gravitating towards farm. This is good to see. We got the urns, or the urn and box on top. This is great. Yep, I love that we're shooting in between our melees on this minion creep, or on this medium creep. If you are ever, as like a viewer, if you are ever sieging this or taking this camp, we should be in between our melees. We can get a couple of shots off on pretty much any character. On any character we can shoot, but it's just like 1 to 4 shots that we can get off in between our melees, and we should be trying to shoot this the medium creep in between our melees just to try to do the camp more quickly. Great job. We get him. We catch him out. We do a lot. Well, basically one shot him. We get tower. That's good. I like that we're going for confirms. It might be a... Oh no, never mind. Two's Lash right here. Never mind. Oh, it sucks. The bird gets him out. Okay, my apologies. One of the players paused the game, but we are back. I'd be careful not to overchase. The replay does seem to be dropping in quality. I don't know. Never mind. We're fine. Okay. We are chasing. I mean, we are up a player, but we have 2 teammates not with us. We only see that Bebop is away from us. Sorry, I need to turn my mini-bat back on to just targets. Or we can even go just Amber. So when I fly away, it doesn't reveal the whole map, so I can do dramatic reveals when I make reads. I like that we're grabbing this wave. I mean, we got a player advantage. We didn't really do anything with it. Like, after we catch the Wraith out, we could be looking for Urn. Respawn timers aren't too long, so I don't mind that we didn't. But I would just be like, I don't know, we kind of just wasted that we got that player advantage by chasing a little too deep and not getting anything. I would say once we get birded off the Lash, we just be backing up, trying to grab some waves, maybe steal a little bit of their farm to try to push the player advantage. Like, they were going for confirms, people up jumps on us. Yeah, I mean, we live here. But we definitely got caught out for being too positioned over aggressively with not enough of them on map. This is... Bebop hook is coming off cooldown. I'd be careful. He's probably going to hook you again. I don't know. But his hook, I would assume his hook is off cooldown at this point. We shouldn't... I guess we want to get... I don't know. I don't think that flame dash is good. I know we want to get back into this fight. But I would say that we just... It's like so valuable as an escape to Infernus. And we really got like... I don't know, an extra second or 2, which we didn't really matter that much. Great job. We got the player advantage. We're now sieging Walker using that advantage. Looks like this fight is turning. We're trying to walk out. I like this. We're turning and leaving. This is great. Oh, it sucks to get Wraith ulted. And yeah, we get bursted down. I like that when the fight started to turn, we started to run away. I like that we got the player advantage and we pushed it into the Walker. It sucks our teammates are... I mean, it sucks McGinnis is farming. His splitting is fine. It sucks McGinnis decided to farm when we had a player advantage. Players like this are very much... Players like this really, really suck to play with. Because, yep, now they're getting your Walker in turn. We're going with 7. I think that's fine. Our movement's a little poor. We should be using control to get off the rope because it doesn't have air drag for 3 seconds. We move faster, and then we should be dashing in the air. Wraith TP'd on us. I don't know why we're so afraid of her, like, kind of backing away when she DPs. Yep, we're punishing her with these melees. This is great. Active reload, we should do. Yep, perfect. And she's dead to burn. Yep, that's perfectly played. One thing I'd say is when she TP'd on us, we were a little afraid. Which I don't think we really needed to be. She had just ulted us. We get jumped by Lash. We're going to get bursted down. This is kind of a positioning error. You might... No, he's going to burst you with his... Oh, no, he doesn't go for another smash. So we live, but I would say that was a bit of a positioning error where, again, we just went a little too aggressive alone. We have to remember, as Infernus, we are very squishy, and they have Grey Talon, Lash, Geist, so they can burst us down pretty fast, and if they catch us out, they can also, like, Bebop hook us, Wraith ult us. So we should be playing safe when we don't know where a lot of them are, or we're going to keep getting jumped like that. I would say that's where a lot of your deaths come from, because you have pretty good macro, and you have really good aim, but we just, like, our positioning is pretty bad, which is the one thing. We just aren't really respecting, like, what we know about them. Because right now we're up 2 players. I mean, we're looking for kills. I don't mind us not doing mid-boss. We should be calling mid-boss. We have them respawning. At this elo, we should be calling mid-boss. I wouldn't mind this if I was reviewing, like, an Oracle or Phantom game. But I would say at Ascendant Elo, when we get those 2 picks, we have a 2-player advantage, we should be calling mid-boss, and just, you know, trying to get that kill. Or he is the only real... I mean, they can contest it with Lash ult, but since we're in Ascendant, we should be positioning so we aren't really going to get hit by this Lash ult. And they don't have many other ults to really contest besides, like, Bebop ult and Pit, but we have like Sleep Dart and Paradox ult, so that's not that scary. Yeah, I mean, I like that we're going back to farming. We do have a 3-player advantage, and we're choosing to farm in our base. I don't like this. Like, okay, now our team's kind of dying, but we could be in this fight that our team's dying in. Like, we got, I don't know why I'm hearing Lash lines. My apologies. That's, I guess, just a weird replay glitch. But we got 3 kills on them, and then we went to farm on our side of the map. If you really want to farm when we kill 3 of them, that's when we should be farming camps on their side of the map, and that's when we should be, or when we should be polishing with our team or calling mid boss. They only have 1 walker left right now, so I'd love to see us start positioning on that side of the map. It looks like our team is breaking into fight. If we have boost, we should be boosting to that fight. I don't like the split. I know I talk about how there's a lot of overfighting. But because this fight right here is kind of in this box, and they're backing off. We are catching them out. Like, we are fighting around mid-boss here. I think it's a lot of overfighting when you're, like, just kind of autopiloting 2 fights and constantly taking these, like, or kind of forcing the fight. So when your team is kind of forcing a fight, it's not bad to go to it, especially when it's around mid-boss. Yeah, we're coming to it now, but it's just... I mean, we might just be catching this wave. Okay, yeah, we're just catching this wave. I'm kind of walking there, but it's a little late. I think we make it. Our haze is kind of trolling. We should be looking at minimap and see that Lash is on top of mid. He's doing the Lash tech on top, like by staying on top of mid, so I'd be a little scared of his burst. But yeah, now we're in this fight, which is good, but I think this fight, yep, there's the Lash coming off top of mid. But I would say we just should, this fight should have happened a little earlier. We should be, this is a mid boss call 10 times out of 10. They only have Lash ult. Oh no, Lash ult is on cooldown. Yeah. No, I like that we called it, but we called it so late. We literally won a fight on mid. Yeah, we need to back off now. We need to understand that we cannot do mid boss. Yeah, okay, this is good. I like the call, but our team just doesn't come with us, so it's just like unlucky GG. These players aren't good. They should be doing mid boss with you, but you just gotta accept that and walk away like you did, which is good. We didn't force it with just the Abrams, which I like. It sucks when you make the right mid-boss call and your team doesn't listen, but it is what it is. Okay, so I got interrupted, and that game had about like 1 to 2 minutes left that there really wasn't anything to talk about or coach on, so we're going to jump into the notes. After you got the Guardian, you just kind of kept going to your lane out of habit and pushing like way too deep into their walker, and then you ended up dying for it, which is really need to break the habit of always kind of going down our own lane until it hits like 12 minutes. I know a lot of players have this habit, but it's a really bad one. Next is just be cognizant of when the enemy has their boost. After 5 minutes, you should really be remembering, like, hey, boost comes up, they can get on me quickly. I'm not quite sure if you knew the boost was going to come up and you could outplay them. If you did, great, but I don't think you did. So it's really good to ingrain into your head that after 5 minutes, boost comes up. Next is just map awareness. Again, we were just pushed a little deep and not really aware of where the enemies were or what camps we could have been taking from them or really just where the enemies were when we were pushed deep into their walker. In the mid and late game, I'd say don't over chase. There just were a couple times where you chased a little deep. It's always good when you're chasing to take a second to step back, look at your minimap, see, hey, where are the enemies? How many enemies could be here? Are we chasing into fog of war? And if you are, maybe call it off. Next, we should really be using our kill advantages to do objectives. There just was a time, you did pretty good at calling mid in the later game, but there was a time at the start where we didn't call mid, and there was also just a couple times where we got kills and kind of didn't do much with it. We should be looking at mapping like, hey, is there a walker we can siege? Is there like urn? Can we run urn? Is there farm we can steal at the minimum? Or just what can we do with this kill we just got? And then lastly, at Aurela, we really should be paying attention to bridge buffs and grabbing bridge buffs the second they spawn. We should be looking at that timer constantly and making note of how close we are to bridge buffs spawning, and then always be on a bridge when they spawn. I promise you, if you do this, it will boost your rank a lot. My apologies, the notes are kind of simple. I don't know, I feel like there was a lot of useful content in what I said. It was kind of hard to boil this one down into notes, so again, I'm sorry, but I hope this is still useful to you, and I hope that this helps you improve. I don't really have much to say for an outro here. I just got done playing all my 7 ranked games in a row, so my brain is pretty fried. But as always, keep it real.